It's from Duxscope Analytics, and we're going to be doing something quite interesting today. We're going to be talking about what we call best JForex3 features. Essentially, this whole presentation isn't meant for mainly the guys who hang out at our channel, but I thought that you might find it interesting also. So what I'm going to be doing actually is making a presentation for what you see on your screen. Up there, the Technical Analyst Co. UK website, they are running the Technical Analyst Awards 2020, and we are participating both with our content that we write every day and the platform is being sent there. So this video is to show off what our not analysts but the guys who developed the trading platform JForex3 thing is the best thing that we have, in from that perspective that we're better than others by having these functions. So I have a list. I'll be looking down from time to time, just showing you. I have a list of the 9 functions, and I'll be going through them point by point and doing a demonstration in this video showing up what we have. So let's start. The first one, of course, is, before all, I need to show you where you can get the platform, and you just go to duxcopy.com, Forex Trading, and for the guys from the Technical Analyst Awards, we gave you a login and password for an account, so this will be better. Give me a moment. Forex ECN. There it is. Trading platforms, JForex. This is what you need. This is the JForex3 version, and that's what you have on your screen right now. So we have here the Euro USD hourly chart. So first thing is that I'm going to be showing off is tick data. So essentially, most trading platforms that you can get for free or where you have it for retail have 1 hour, minute, 5 minutes is usually the lowest that you can go. We have ticks, and you can use area charts, line charts, bar charts, and the table data. You can see everything by each tick, how it goes. Ask volume, bid volume at that price, and you can see the seconds how it happens. By the way, I personally like to watch the lines, because here you can also see how the spread happens. For example, during macroeconomic data releases, you can immediately see how the 2 lines go one away from another. So that was that with the ticks. That's the first function that I'm showing off. Then we got price-based periods. Let's go to settings, preferences. By the way, there's a lot of stuff here, but you go to period, here you're in period, and so price-based periods. You got range, Renko, line break, Kagi, point and figure, and tick bars. And you can use the brick types, for example, for Renko, regular, median, and the settings change as you see, as you change what do you want to pick. And there's one more thing there, calculation settings. How tick bars are calculated, base periods, and range bars calculations. This one is the most kind of detail that you can set up, I think, from the ones. Then you got PNF calculation settings, and Renko, line break, and Kagi calculation settings, session length, and base period. It's quite rare that you can find these things on platforms unless you have someone developing it for yourself. So next up, indicators. This here, see, it shows the function from X shown there, and you got recent indicators. You can add indicator, or you can use a quick search. Essentially, there are more than 250 indicators, and I know from experience, as soon as someone who isn't even, we don't even check whether he was a client, asks that he wants on our platform an indicator, our project managers got it done together with the IT guys, and it was set up. So if you go to add indicators, you will find a lot of here. You got, should I really go through them? You can see on your own. So I'm going to show an example, quick search. I always have simple moving average on my charts. Let's go back to 1 hour, the one I usually use, and Here you can see that it shows the SMA already as a red one because I was messing around with the platform before. So what I did before, and what you can always do, you can pick how it's calculated. I have set it as the median price. And the output, I always, just because this is how I was taught to do it, I think 5 years ago, I always set the 200 SMA as a red one. But one good thing that you could do if you use one SMA is to have trend up green and trend down as a red one. And you can change the styles here, how wide it's gonna be, the transparency of it. And there's something more advanced here. You will have show indicator null periods set at the start. It means as you jump from, for example, from 1 hour to 4 hour to the daily, the 200 period simple moving average is there. However, this will be easier to explain with an example. I know that I have looked at the charts, and it's some time ago, backtesting on the Euro USD with SMAs, and I found that it's no use of looking at it on the 4 hour chart. It doesn't impact there, but the 1 hour and the daily works. So I unclick show indicator null periods. I want to see it on the 1 hour and 1 day. What one can we have? Okay, that's how I'll pick it. Okay, and you see when I then switch to the 4 hour, there's nothing. If I switch to the day, here it is. So if you do backtesting with indicators, you can switch on what time periods they will be shown and what time periods they won't be shown. For example, if Bollinger Bands are calculated from the hourly candles, it's completely different picture than you have it from the 1 day candles. That's if you're doing mostly candle trading, not other types of charts. Moving on, looking at the list, objects visibility. This is the next thing that can be edited, and so that's actually that I just, yeah, that's all. That's just what I just showed you. I jumped forward into the list. By the way, let's check whether someone is asking questions. Nothing in the chat. Okay, moving on then to volume profile. Volume profile, you most likely know what's a volume profile. It's been kind of trending, and people have been messing around on forums with it pretty much a lot. So in our case, you have it in drawings. By the way, here you have simple lines, something that everyone has. If some TA software doesn't have basic drawing functions, then you should not use it. So signal up, signal down, texts, and here are volume profiles. So as you can see, biggest volume at this price level as it traded sideways, but that's going more into detail. And if I recall correctly, yes, right click, you can edit, and you can do a lot with colors, volume up, color, and all that. You can mess around, arrange it, edit labels for the drawing, but edit coordinates, edit input, display labels, and all that can be set up. And here, by the way, the same, show on all periods can be arranged. So let's leave it at that. That's one type of volume profile that we have. But if you go to quick search of indicators, there were 5 by the way, but you can see volumes like this also in a range below. Moving on, next up, we got patterns to show off. And patterns are here. And you got XABCD pattern, ABCD, triangle patterns, head and shoulder patterns. Let's mess around with head and shoulders. One left shoulder, head, and then we got the level, looking for it. See, it's easier than just using lines. But what the guys told me to show you above all else is Elliott wave drawing. You got Elliott impulse wave, Elliott triangle wave, Elliott triple combo wave, Elliott correction wave, Elliott double combo wave. So the drawing is simple. Click, click, you can set it up as you want. And the same editing applies, colors and everything. Okay, we got to that. Moving on. Next thing is something that I personally like, and that's overlays of instruments. Overlay instrument function is here. For example, we have the Euro USD currently on the chart, so let's go with gold. Because I would compare gold with the Euro USD to see how the US dollar moves on its own. Of course, you can use the US dollar index, but if for some case you need to compare these two, then you can do it like that. And you see we got gold price is going there. It's the red line, and you have the price levels of it on the left. And you can, by the way, instead of looking at the absolute values, you can switch to percentage. Right click here and boom. And here's the difference in the moves. And one more thing to show off. Correlation of two instruments. Pearson's correlation coefficient for two instruments. Clicking on that one and we have it down here. And by the way, this can be edited also, just like everything else. Trend up, trend down. And you can see that the correlation, by the way, okay, now I'm done. Now we're gonna have to load. Okay, the correlation goes from, it's almost at 1.0 down to completely negative, and you can see how it bounces here around. So, but that's, by looking at it, I can know that there is no consistent correlation between them. If this line would be stable, then I would know what's what with these two. But it shows me that there's no correlations, strong correlations and steady correlation between these two. But I'm going off topic with that. So moving on. Chart trading is what I need to show off and how it works. Let's get rid of Goldie. See ya. Thank you. Let's get rid of correlation and let's have one instrument. Let's assume we want to do a sell. So right clicking easily on the chart. We right click on the chart and let's set up a buy, stop, buy, ask. But here I can change the amount. These are basics. But what happens is that let's have max slippage 10 points, stop loss, take profit 10 pips. See, these lines, your orders show up on the chart. And for example, here I'm moving stop loss, moving, it quickly shows what you did and you submit it. The same with take profit, quickly move it and submit it. And here's the buy. And as you hover over it, see, slippage is also shown. One more way to trade is actually to have the new order widget. Using this one is also easy, but I would prefer actually just the clicks and moving off the orders on the chart. Last but not least, we have templates. See the save icon. Well, the newer generation doesn't know that that's a save icon actually. So, recent templates, it shows me my template. That's the one I created when I just was messing around before. But let's say I did all this. I want these indicators to be had always, so I'm saving it. My template 2. It's simple file saving, desktop, or you can use, by the way, cloud. We are offering JCloud, and you can have your templates stored on the cloud, and that means that if you use a couple of PCs, then you can do it that way. So, of course, it's asking me to confirmation to connect it all, but not this time. Let's just save it on the desktop, and then open template, my template 2. See, now I load it. One more thing, I didn't want to show you this panel initially, but it's what you always have. Usually it's the market depth, instrument list, but you can see that you have here a navigation tab. Let's turn off the instruments. We don't need the order. And so see, here you got all the templates, and there are some strategy examples. Then you got indicators, a whole list, and you can navigate this way. Some prefer using this panel and see everything that is set up. As you can see, all the indicators are shown in a list, but I kind of prefer it having visually on the chart. But that's a personal preference. So I see that I went through everything that we needed and wanted to show off. So one more time, we can go through them. We got ticks data, price-based periods, indicators, object visibility, volume profiles, patterns. Of course, patterns. Everyone has basic patterns, but I mean the way you can draw Elliott waves and head and shoulder patterns is one thing that we are different with. And then you got chart trading, and of course the template with the cloud. So that's it. Since this is a stream that will be made public, let's check the chat. And in the chat, oh, we had someone watching. Okay, hello to you. So that's it. This was Jans from Duxcop Analytics, and those were the best JForex3 features in the opinion of our project managers. And thank you for watching.